Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of April 2016. Welcome everyone. Like I always say, please remember to check your rising and your moon sign because that will give you more information on the energies that are available to you throughout the month. Of course, this is a general reading, so if you would like a private reading or a personal reading on a more specific matter, you can contact me at pandorastarot@gmail.com. All the information is in the box below this video, but let's start Capricorn with this reading. It's a very strong month for new beginnings. Actually, you have 3 cards talking about it. So a few of these cards have come up in other signs, so really, of all the signs, it's you I encourage most to check on rising and moon sign, because it's really powerful. I don't think I've had a reading like this in these videos that I've been doing. We have in the challenge position, Capricorn, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords is a card that in reverse talks about not having mental clarity, not being able to make the right decisions, having like a clouded mind. The sword is the element of air, and it has to do with the mind, with words, and we can see the sword is actually cutting through the dark clouds, right? So in the reverse, you are actually still engulfed in this dark cloud, okay? You're not being able to see things clearly, and therefore you can't make clear statements. It's like your judgment is not in place, it's not right, and you know it, you're feeling it. It's not that you're making crazy decisions and everyone is telling you that you're crazy. You're sensing that you're not quite yourself, or your mind is not as you usually are. Now, this is something you have been dealing with. It could be that you have been dealing with some kind of disease, some kind of sickness, and this is something you have been dealing in the previous months. What I see here is that by the middle of the month of April, you're going to have a new start in this matter, and you're going to be able to sort of set this Ace of Swords in the upright. But you're not going to start through the mind, you're going to start with the spirit. Perhaps this is something what has been troubling you, because you have in the center of the reading the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a card that symbolizes emotional stability. We see the water coming out of the cup, going into the water, into the lake, going back up into the cup. There's a retribution cycle, so it's very much balanced. There's also a card with a great spirituality. It's a very spiritual card. So if you have been thinking about taking up a spiritual practice to get over this fogginess of the mind, or to help you through an illness, this is the time to really take it. Don't just go around it anymore. Do it. If you had a spiritual practice in the past and you had given it up, and now is the time to take it again, because it will help you to get out of this fogginess. Perhaps you have been doing the same thing over and over again. Sometimes we go through those periods like slumps with our spiritual practices. Perhaps it's time to try something new, something that you have been thinking about, but you go like, oh no, but I already do this, I can't do that. No, do it. Do it, because it's a great month for new beginnings. It's a great month for your spirituality and your emotional life, to help you get out of this fogginess. It's not the mind that you need to clear. It's kind of like the fogginess of your mind is a consequence of a fogginess within your emotions and your spirituality. Okay? Even if you're not a spiritual person, really think about this, what I'm saying, before disregarding it if you're not spiritual. Now, we're going to talk about options again, because we have, I mentioned it before, you have the 3 of Wands in the position of the things you cannot change. You have to contemplate options, because whatever you have been doing so far wasn't helping. Okay, it's really not helping you. So you need to focus on other options. I think you have been neglecting the spiritual side, the emotional side, and focusing just on the mind, focusing just on the body, on the tangible things. To get out of this and to make it work, you need to make the outside work, you need to make the inside better first. And in order for this to happen, you need to consider other options. So the Three of Wands is a card of someone who is waiting for the ships to arrive. So there's going to be a contemplation period. It's not like you're going to start, you're going to listen to this video and just go and do stuff like that. There's a moment of contemplation to really think what is it that you want to do and what is it that you want to achieve. Now, the help you're going to receive is that you have the 10 of coins in that position. So monetarily, financially, you're going to be stable. There's what's the word I'm looking for? There's an stability in terms of your three-dimensional everyday life. Like you won't be, just because you focus on your spiritual life, you're not going to miss out on work hours. You're not going to have less money. You're not going to have your family is not going to look the other way, because this is another thing. This is the card of a stable family. So they're going to be there. Perhaps they're not going to be super warm and telling you, oh yes, this is what you should do, let's all do it together. It's not that type of card, but they're going to be there. Okay? You're going to feel like at least they're there. Your support system is there. So what I'm seeing here is that the tarot is saying, your physical life, your monetary life, is your earthly, that's what I want to say, your earthly life is secure. It won't move. It's not going all over the place this month, because you need to focus on other things. Okay? Now, when you manage to do this, if you actually do that, you're going to start a whole new chapter in your life, Capricorn, because you have the Fool as the final card. And the Fool is card number 0. Is the card that actually starts the tarot. It's when the path unfolds in front of us. Okay? So you're actually going to be able to really see it, how this practice, this new option that you have taken on, opens new doors, and it actually might send your life in a completely new direction. The Fool is someone who travels this path with an open heart, and is it's full of joy and happiness and innocence, like a child. So you're going to start on this new path with that type of energy, but this won't happen until the end of the month. You need to work through yourself first. Okay? But if you actually do the work, I think you're going to be almost like a completely different person by the end of the month. I don't think you're going to, if you really put the work, I don't think you're going to recognize yourself, and in a good way, actually. So you're secure. You're secure. I know stability is a good thing. It's a big thing with you, Capricorns. So you're secure. Go ahead and take care of your spiritual life. So I hope, Capricorn, that this is helpful. I want to thank everyone who watches and likes and comments my videos. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'll see you next month. Take care.